Heels Podcast. One handsome devil. Your host, Jack Purcell. Scissor me, daddy ass. Louis Perry, your co-host. Don't forget to subscribe and click the bell. Faces and Heels Podcast.
Welcome to the Faces and Heels Podcast. Once again, Louis Perry, Jack Purcell. We are live, coming to you with all the big wrestling news. We've got a live review of Monday Night Raw. Hi, Sophia.
Hi,
Say
Sophia. Hi. Quiet. Hi, Sophia. Love you. You're Frank, my best. Sophia, she's a TikTok superstar. Right there.
Nice.
Sophia, she is the funniest on TikTok. If y'all, I'm telling everyone right now, go find her on TikTok because she is the greatest of the greatest. Just go there. She makes me laugh all the time. Jack, stop it with the hat. I'm talking about Sophia. Sophia is the greatest. She does some funny videos. Plus, she's a gearhead. She loves cars. Jack, I'm telling you, this girl, this woman is amazing. But you got to see her TikTok videos. She's a great friend of the Angry Geeks and the Angry Geeks Network. Check her out. Plus, she does have pictures on her Facebook page where she took the Angry Geeks Intercontinental Podcasting Championship belt and ran around as she was doing Roman Reigns. Acknowledge me. So check her out. Please go see Sophia. Love her to death. Oh, and look at that. Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. No, we love you. You know that. Jamie and Emily love you, and Jack's going to love you, even though he hasn't met you yet, but he's going to meet you. We love you so much, Sophia. So thank you for all your support. And Eric is in the house. Yeah, Eric's okay.
Hey, Eric, what's happening? Sophia, you sound like our kind of gal. I don't know why you're on Angry Geeks, but I'm glad you're here coming in for the win on Faces and Heels.
No, but Sophia she is awesome. Absolutely awesome. Awesome cosplay.
All right, Sophia.
Awesome.
I'm going to follow you on TikTok. That's what's happening.
Yes, she is an awesome all-around girl. Monday Night Raw was awesome. It was really good. I enjoyed it. Solid show. We had fantastic seats. My son Cody got Cody Rhodes' autograph. And
how did he do that? Was he outside before the show?
No, he paid for it.
At the show?
Yes.
Like at the merch booth? Tell us what you're talking about. What
yes.
do you mean?
He walked over to the merch booth and $20 he got Cody Rhodes' autograph. I didn't ask for the logistics, but he just did it. Everyone Eric says everyone buy artwork from Jack Purcell. No, it's
Thanks, Eric.
Jacko Purcell.
Yeah, that's the Irish coming out there. Yeah.
We got Jacko Purcell. Yeah, Cody got that, but at the merch booth, they didn't have crap. Because I was gonna buy a Rollins t-shirt because when I went to Raw in Boston, they had I bought Rose, my lovely wife, my lovely better half. I bought her a Rollins shirt, and I was gonna get the same one or the new one.
That's so cute.
They didn't have it. They didn't. Yeah, of course she's cute. Of course my wife is cute, Jack.
I meant the matching shirts are cute.
Oh yeah. Anyway, they didn't have it. They did not have the shirt. They didn't have no Rollins merchandise.
What? You're at a Monday Night Raw show with no
Seth Rollins and they
merch?
had no Rollins. The merch stand had no Rollins merchandise. They had a Uso shirt. Said "We the Ones." That was it. No Roman Reigns merchandise. They had a KO shirt. They had "We the Ones" shirt, but wasn't one of the good ones. It just said "We the Ones." They didn't have a Cody Rhodes shirt.
Are you serious? You gotta be
They
kidding me.
had a
There must
Monday
have been
Night
more
Raw.
than one merch table that you missed or something.
I don't know. Basically, in my experience, as of late, every AEW show and Monday Night Raw show, or every WWE show we go to, all the merch stands have the same stuff.
You gotta be kidding me. How could they possibly have a Monday Night Raw without the top guy merch?
I don't know.
This doesn't
I
make
don't know.
sense.
And this was, and Eric comes in and says, "No freaking Rollins merch." No, because we had people as this is the main merch. Right when you walk through the front door, you have your main merch stand right at the front door. That was the main one right there. We walk right through
Wow.
the front door. That's your main stand. That's the one that should have everything. Am I right or wrong?
No, you're right. You're right. I mean, you and I have both been
It had
down
nothing.
this road many times, but I don't understand how in the world they could possibly do that. Like, it doesn't make any sense. You tell me you
I
ran
mean,
out?
they had your heavyweight belts, but not the new one out. They had Cody Rhodes weightlifting belts. They had Pops. They had Uncle Howdy masks. They had Lily masks, which is
Jeez.
which is really strange because we all Alexis Alexa Bliss. Congratulations, is now mom to be. So we're not going to see her for a while.
Right.
So it's like so bizarre. I would have even got a Judgment Day T-shirt. None of them.
I don't
So
understand.
it's
Like,
like,
really? Like, I don't know. You guys, when you go to Hartford, you guys went to the XL Center, right? Right down the road from the WWE headquarters. Don't they usually have that enormous merch booth before you even enter the arena? Like, it's huge.
that was the one we went to. Right. I mean, we walked right through the front door of the XL Center.
I
We
don't
went
get
to the
it.
main gate, and it's like, yes. And Eric comes in and says, "That's your world champion." And yeah, there was nothing there. So as we were standing, I was looking, and I heard people walk around because I made a comment. There's this beautiful woman come walking by, and she had on this sweatshirt that said "Woke up feeling sexy again" or something like that. So I made a comment. I said, "Hey, you too," and and
That's funny.
so yeah, and her significant other said they got the same thing as the other one because he wanted a Roman Reigns tribal chief T-shirt or something like that. He goes, they got the same. So whatever one was down the hall had the same stuff as we were looking at.
That's truly bizarre. Truly bizarre. One thing about the XL Center, and you guys weren't on the floor, you were in the elevated. I'm always surprised that I don't know if any of our listeners or viewers, if you're in the Northeast, I think one distinctive things about the XL Center is the pitch of the stairs. Like, I always find, and I'm not inebriated when I'm there, I always find like, whoa, this is really steep because the square footage doesn't really seem much bigger than Mohegan Sun or some of the smaller arenas.
Well, all right. Well, I'll tell you, unless I'm sitting first or second row, I want to be elevated because you ain't gonna see nothing. All right. Because you got to be first or second row when you're at a wrestling show, or you're not gonna see nothing. Mark jumps in and says, "Agreed, bro."
Hey, Mark Stefanovich, what's happening, brother?
What's going on, Mark? You just can't see. So if I can't get front row, I can't get second row. I want to get elevated so I could see over everybody's head. I want to see what's going on. Now, the seats in Mohegan, they kill my back. And we all know what I put my back through. They kill my back. The stairs of Mohegan kill my ankle. They kill my knees. XL Center and the Worcester
DCU?
Centrum, whatever. The
DCU.
DCU Center, their chairs, their stairs, they don't bother me. Okay? But Mohegan, no, man, I'm messed up when I leave. I feel like I'm back in the ring. So it's those are bad.
I think
Really,
you don't
really bad.
you don't see what I'm saying though, like the angle
Yeah.
of the
No, I
stairs at
do
the
because
XL
I mean
Center.
there was a little girl last night that I was getting like really nervous because she was like booking up and down. She must have been about I'm gonna say 7 or 8, and she
Oh,
was running up and down with popcorn. I was like, "Oh, sweetie, you're gonna fall down."
yeah.
And I was sitting like way. I was like at the last seat, and we weren't too far up. We were like right in the middle, perfect seats. I mean, I sent you pictures. Oh yeah. Before that, I want to apologize about the mistake in the schedule for Angry Geeks last night. There was a mishap where we thought it was tonight, last night, but it ended up being long story. But we will get that Bill Diamond up. That Bill Diamond panel from Contropolis, Pennsylvania, will be up maybe tonight after this, but or tomorrow night. So I apologize. I was trying to fix that while I was at Monday Night Raw. Eric comes in and says she wouldn't fall if you didn't trip her. No, I didn't trip her, dumbass. I was trying to save her. I was very worried. But yeah, it was. I was like scared for her. And then even like we had an older lady was walking down holding a cane with a cane, and it was like they were steep, but no, I know exactly what you're talking about. Michael J. Pelletier comes in and says, chalk it up to a bad case on Mondays. Yeah, definitely. I was in a rush to get out of here. I left work early, and when I set the program on StreamYard, I must have hit the 6 instead of the 7, so I apologize about that. But we'll get that show up for you guys. For the main event, the dark matches prior, Candice LeRae against Xia Li, and after that we had Apollo Crews against I forget.
Akira Tozawa.
Yes, Kazawa, and they shook hands afterwards. That was really good. We're getting a lot of Ring of Honor stuff.
I'll read
Angel
this one,
Luis
Lewis.
Lopez Garcia.
Hey guys, did Jack ever run an intro to comics camp in Springfield back in the day? Angel, I'm afraid I have. I've been guilty of doing that for over 25 years. I hate saying it out loud, but yes, in Springfield, Connecticut, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, California, all over the place, but mostly in Massachusetts and Connecticut. So yes,
and he still
indeed.
hasn't broken into comics. Can you believe that?
I'm so persistent.
I know. I try. Yes. Yes, Angel. If you're interested in more of Jack, just please contact him. Go to his Patreon. Go to the Angry Geeks Network website. Your contact information for Jack is right there. Or just contact me, and I can get you hooked up through Jack.
Or see me at Jack Purcell Inc. Follow me at Jack Purcell Inc.
Yes.
INK. And my Patreon is dead, by the way. I no longer have a Patreon, so we're not going to go find that. It's dead now. But Jack Purcell Inc. Instagram, Facebook, you can find me there anytime. And I do have some workshops coming up in Connecticut during the summer, and maybe some in Massachusetts. We'll see. I'll announce those. Yeah, and Angel says, "Wow, small world. I attended one of your camps. Awesome. Wow, that's good. I hope you gained something from it. Maybe I was showing off some of my DC Comics stuff. I don't know. Who knows what I was up to that day." But nowadays, I'm talking a lot about pro wrestling stuff too. And this is just a quick segue, because if you're into trading cards, I just wanted to show off some of my new trading cards. These are Pro Wrestling Grind.
Hey, I know that guy.
Yeah, Thick Daddy, Andy Brown. And all the grind cards look like this on the back with the grind colors. The MLW Featherweight Champion Delmi Exo. The guy
I know her.
Grind. And the Rabid Honey Badger, Ryan Mooney. We've been fortunate enough to have all of these people on our podcast. And later on, I'll announce my next set of, actually, you know what? Why not now? I'll announce one of our guests we're going to be having at the end of the month. We're going to be doing a special Wednesday show on the 28th. Bobby Buffet is going to be one of our guests. And I'm also going to show you what his card looks like, because I'm going to be debuting 3 new cards for Blood, Sweat, and Tears at the end of this month. So I'll show those off here. That'll be the first time you could see it. But Bobby Buffet, if you've watched the Monster Factory show on Apple TV Plus, which is awesome, you got to know Bobby Buffet. So we are going to be talking to Bobby on the 28th, Wednesday. Mark Stefanovich says, "Badass as always, Jabroni." Thanks, Mark. Mark is a hell of a painter and an artist, so I take that very seriously. Michael says Dom Mysterio getting some major heat. I just don't like when he hides behind Ripley. Well, I mean, that's part of what's getting him all the heat.
Yeah, that's last night again what you guys did not see, because when you're there you can see when the lights go out, when the cameras go live and everything. Um he it was just hilarious. He his father trained him right, and it was just amazing. He knows how to work a crowd. He knows how. He is so over. It's unreal. The best thing that they have ever done. You got to look at Dom um, as you got to. I'm gonna use my choice of words because a lot of people are gonna be like, "What?" But let me finish before anybody says anything. That means you, Eric. And Joe McDonald, if you're out there, anybody, let me finish. Dominic Mysterio, you can compare him to The Rock. And let me explain why. When The Rock first came in, everyone booed him. Everyone hated him. Everybody just hated him so much. Die, Rocky, die. Rocky sucks. Rocky sucks. They did the same thing now with Dominic. Now, with The Rock, once they turned him heel, everyone was like, "Oh my god, so much heat." They just like gravitated toward him and booed him and booed him and booed him. They're doing the same thing with Dominic now. With the Eddie, yes, the Eddie approach. They're doing so much right now. The kid is over. When the cameras went off for the commercial breaks, he was flipping off the crowd. He was just going nuts, and the crowd was chanting, "You suck, you suck." And he was living it up, just like The Rock used to do. It's like lightning in the bottle. History is repeating itself. You just, and Eric comes in, and Eric says, Jack, why don't you read that comment?
Eric says, I cannot disagree with that comparison.
Yes, exactly. And Michael J says,
Agreed. I like the Eddie approach.
yes, it is so uncanny on how these two are running parallel right now, because it's like it's perfect. And with him running behind Ripley in every constant motion, that's very much Randy Savage. He used to do that with Elizabeth all the time and Sherry. So I'm digging it. I am rapidly becoming a Dominic Mysterio fan because of how much he's over with that heat with the crowd. The second he came out, I mean, the whole place went nuts just booing him. And when the cameras went off for that commercial break, he did all he can to get that heat more and more and more. Heel 101 right there. Exactly, Eric. I mean, he was doing all he can um, to get that crowd to boo him. And he actually walked out before Rhea did, without Rhea, and the place just we all went bonkers. Michael says Cody was great in the Miz segment. Yes, um, the whole deadbeat dad thing was hilarious, and the whole thing with Cody with the zinger saying the 15 minutes in prison was fantastic. It was great.
Didn't he
It
make a
was.
comment about his prison tattoo is bad, but not as bad as his?
Yes, yeah, he did. He did. It was really great. Now I also liked how I don't know if you guys caught this at home, where the Miz was talking and Rhea told him to shut up, and he goes, "Yes, ma'am." Did you catch that? I don't know if you guys caught that at all, but that was something else. Jack, Michael comes in with another comment.
Michael says, passive talk. No, don't boo Dom, LOL.
Yes, I know. Yeah, and Michael says yes.
Yes,
Um,
yes, yes.
it was hilarious. I mean, it was really good. Now, I do kind of feel that if Cody is feuding with Dom for the short time as Brock is on his vacation, as we all know that he does, he takes until August, and I love the zinger there too. Cody's not taking any prisoners on the mic. Not at all. I mean, he is coming out. He's letting everyone know. He's really pulling back the curtain and just like, hey, here you go. The beast is on his hiatus and this, that, and the other thing. Eric says, caught it. I literally laughed out loud. He's just letting everyone have it on the mic, and I'm digging that. I don't know if feuding with Dominic is going to be a step down for Cody and a step up for Dominic, or if it's going to be an equal footing for both of them. I'm not sure. Mark has a comment.
Mark
What does it
says,
say?
gotta jump. Much love to y'all. I always love dropping in and hearing y'all talk. Thanks for coming in, Mark.
Thanks, Mark. We really appreciate that.
Eric says, must be hunting season in Saskatchewan. Well, let me just say this. Here's what I don't want to see. This is what the conclusion I'm not looking for is. Can we please not do a mixed tag team match between Dom Rhea Ripley and Cody and Brandy Rhodes?
Well, that's the thing now. I don't know if you guys heard this, but last night the crowd were chanting for Brandy.
Oh, stop it.
Yes, they were. There was a chant for Brandy. Now, we all know that WWE is really good at the 3-second delay and cutting out swears, cutting out a lot of different things, but the crowd was chanting for Brandy. Not sure if you guys caught that on air, if they played it, but they were chanting for Brandy.
That's a first.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, but it's like, wait a minute, hold on. Jay Claus is in the
Jay
house.
Claus says this past Raw put the Raw after WrestleMania in the shame category for life. Damian versus Rollins, KO versus Gunther, debuting new female talent from NXT. What's up with the skulls in the background and interviews backstage, Wyatt?
Possible. Hold on one second. Michael J said,
Miz and Edge did it first.
yes, they did. And Eric comes out.
Eric says, if she didn't come out last night, it might be too late. Let's hope we dodged a bullet, Eric.
Yes. Let's do that. I don't think WWE wants Brandy. I think Brandy's going to stay home and take care of the baby.
Yeah, that's a good idea. We like that.
Yeah, that's what I think. I mean, does she really need to work? Does she really need to wrestle? I don't think so. Because from what I understand, Cody's even going to make an appearance on season 2 of Heels. So, we're just going to have to see about that, which comes out in August, and I can't wait for about that. Jay Claus, let's talk about KO and Gunther. That match was just incredible. The stuff again that you guys did not see. KO, the chops, we all wanted to hear Gunther's chops on KO, but with KO wearing the padding underneath his shirt, we didn't hear it. We did not hear those echoing, anywhere, and it was bad because Gunther was coming down. Now, if you noticed, the ref did put on the gloves in that match, is because Gunther cut his palm open, and it was probably on the padding that KO wears underneath his shirt, and because he was laying in. Gunther, or his mama called him Walter, I'm gonna call him Walter. He comes in solid on those chops, and he came down, and KO. I mean, even with the padding on, with the padded vest that he wears, he did come down a little bit, and I think that cut, Gunther's hand open, and it was wow. Eric says, Jack.
Eric says they replayed one that was loud enough that was loud through the shirt. Yeah, it was loud. I don't know how much padding he has on underneath. I'm sure he's wearing
Oh, he
some
has
kind
a
of
vest
tank
on.
top.
I mean, you could see it in person. You could see that vest. It's like a shield vest that he
Really?
has. Yeah, he has a vest underneath there. It's a whole big tunic that he has on underneath the shorts. So yeah, it's probably for his back and just to keep him all together. And yeah, it was pretty, and it messed up Gunther's hand. That's why the ref
I
had to put
noticed
the
he was
gloves on.
bleeding. So the
Yeah,
crowd seemed pretty hot. How close would you say they were to being sold out? I don't think I've ever seen the XL Center completely sold out for
it
wrestling.
was. It was. I mean, our row was completely gone all around us in the beginning when we got there. Didn't look like it, but then all of a sudden it was packed. Got up to go use the restroom. There was a line for the men's room. Like I said, even the merch stand, there was lines for everything. Traffic going back and forth, even during the popcorn matches. When I'm going to get to the repackaging of superstars that we just talked about beforehand. Eric says everyone was looking for merch. I did see that one pop up. It was packed. I believe it could have been a sold out show.
Wow, really? The hard
It
camera was sold out?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. And I mean, I was seeing we were right in front of the hard camera, and I saw the referee's clock. It was right underneath the hard camera. So I was just like watching it because I had two people sitting, near me, and it was two women, and they were talking, and they're like, "Oh, I don't know how this is gonna finish," because they were looking at their phones. Oh my god! Oh my god! And I'm like looking at the referee's clock, going, "Oh, they got time. They got time. They got time." Then I saw the refs tell them to take it home at like I think it was at like 10:56 or something, like it's gotta go. Here it goes. And then everything happened, and of course we saw Finn. I mean, nobody came through where we were sitting. Everyone was coming through the hard camera, through the camera side, right from the camera, running around. They had the track set up so they could all come around. It was perfect. It was a really, really good show. WWE has a new policy, and it was pissing off a lot of people, and I was laughing because it was hilarious when I got to the XL Center and we were waiting. WWE is not letting any bags into any arena anymore that aren't see-through. Okay, no more pocketbooks, purses, backpacks, nothing are allowed in the arena unless they're see-through. So, ladies, if you're going to go, you're going to have a purse. Guys, if you're going to carry a man purse or a satchel, if you're going to have a fanny pack, it has to be clear. It has to be see-through, or they're not going to let you in. The security guard at the XL Center were going, "This comes from Vince McMahon himself. He signed down on it." And I would start laughing. And then there was, of course, you have the semi-drunk guy or high guy in the crowd that has to shoot his mouth off. I'm going to say redneck. In the crowd that has to shoot his mouth off to somebody. And he goes, "Since when?" And the security guy says,
Since now.
for the past year. It's on the website. And he goes, "It wasn't on the website when I bought my ticket." He goes, "Not our website, the WWE's website." The guy goes, "Well, I don't go to that website."
I'm so mad I'm fixing to spit, pal. I don't like these newfangled transparent bags.
Oh my god, I was laughing hysterically. I looked at Cody. I was like,
Wake up, dude.
Yeah, Cody was like, "Please don't be quiet, be quiet."
Nah.
I was going to say something. So
I
anyway,
mean, you know,
all
come
right,
on, dude.
and
Like, what world do you live in?
I
Eric
know
says, good.
Eric
Yeah, right on, Eric.
and
And Michael
Michael
says,
said,
meh, I mean, worst rules have been around time to time. Sure. Look, I mean, it's safety stuff. It's not like they have some scam going where they're selling you clear WWE bags. It's not what it's about. So it's just safety stuff.
"No." It was just like, "No,
Basic.
you cannot go in." Just and plus, why do you want to carry something in there? Because then you have to worry about getting it out. You know what I mean?
Right,
Yeah.
right,
So
right. Jay Claus says, I kind of wish more live events were incorporated into TV stories. Example, Rollins fought Miz in White Plains night before, I believe. That was Rollins' first defense of his title, and it's pretty
it
much not
was.
part of Rollins' title defenses. Yeah, that was his first title defense. And you're right. Yeah, it was in upstate New York.
No, it was, and they did acknowledge that, but it was his first title offense on television,
Right.
because Rollins did say that last night, that his first title offense, the first heavyweight championship title defense on Raw in 2 years, and he wanted to do it in Hartford, which will have been the first Monday Night Raw since he had the belt. And so he said, yeah, he's going to do it. Right here is going to be in Hartford, yada, 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 the WWE's backyard, front yard, whatever you want to call it. And he said he's going to do it here. So it's his first on air television defense. So yeah,
Right.
but he did say, they did make mention that they didn't say who he wrestled. He just said that he defended the championship.
Yeah, it wouldn't hurt
Um,
for them to acknowledge house shows. Michael says, did I miss something with Edge? Oh, I don't know. Was Edge
if
even
you
on the show?
did, so did I, because I would have went to the bathroom, got popcorn, did something.
I still can't keep track of who's on what roster. It doesn't make any sense.
Well, that doesn't matter. I mean, everybody jumps back and forth. I mean, Asuka is the Raw champion. She was not on the show last night because she was over on SmackDown. Okay, she was on SmackDown on Friday night, and then you have people jumping back and forth. The draft doesn't mean crap, and I always said that. Okay,
Right. Well, you were
people,
you were right.
yes, and it just whatever. And Michael comes back. Haven't seen him for a while. That's what I meant. Yeah, he's at the bar, at the edge of the corner. Just go to any bar, whatever town the WWE is in. Edge is the guy sitting at the corner of the bar, at the corner stool at the bar with his head down, a couple beer glasses around him. That's where you will find Edge.
Jesus.
Repackaging. Just please stop. Right now, I can count 4 people, 4 talents that have been repackaged, and still they cannot get over. You have Veer, Lacey Evans, Xia Li, and Apollo Crews. How many times do you have to repackage these people to find out that they're just not over? They'll never get over. They're all boring. Even when they gave Apollo Crews a belt, he was still boring. Eric says, wow. I don't know if that's about my repackaging or Edge comment. Either way, thank you. It's just, why? What? I mean, Xia Li, she was an old lady in NXT, comes to the main roster as Xia Li, as a bad person. Then she becomes a superhero because she wanted to fight bad people. Then she becomes a bad person again. And then it's like, please stop. And Lacey Evans was all Miss America bombshell. And then she's like Sergeant Slaughter's missing daughter or something. It's just, please, just stop it. Stop it, stop it, stop it. And
Jay Claus is following up. So, what's your thought on the skulls and background segments? If not Wyatt, who?
I think it could be Wyatt, and it could be the 2 chicks that are going to be joining Wyatt from NXT, the
The tag
sisters or
champions?
whatever. Yeah, Yeah, because since Alexa is out of the question now, out for a while, they have to build a stable since the whole Uncle Howdy thing, which was amazing to start, kind of got wrecked for some reason, and they have to do something. So we'll see what's going to happen there. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know, but it's got to be Wyatt. Now, you guys seen more of the backstage stuff than we did, which is odd. We don't see too much of the backstage stuff. The only backstage stuff that we ended up seeing was Otis and Maxine and Gable. We did get to see that, and we also saw Paul Heyman talking about Friday night and the Bloodline. We didn't see anything else. So I'm trying to think of what else that we ended up seeing.
Well, the fact that you saw 3 title matches on Monday Night Raw was insane. I mean, that was an exceptional.
Yes, but
card.
again, I could have did without the women's tag team match. Well, that did not do anything for me.
Well,
It
you
did
know,
not
so
do
the
it.
women's division in WWE in general, I think we could say that about, unfortunately. But they got to rebuild it somehow, and hopefully, especially the tag team. This is a start. They have a few actual tag teams that they got to start somewhere.
But why get one of the best tag teams they ever had, especially a female tag team, call them up just to be embarrassed like that? Why?
Well,
It made no sense. That
Vince
had Vince
supposedly
McMahon written
changed
all
some
over
of the cards, so that's probably what's going on. And he has no regard for the women's division, so I don't imagine that was the
because he's
original
an idiot. Because
intention.
he's old. He's out of touch.
He's out of
Him and
touch.
his mustache need to go away.
Yeah, for
That's what
sure.
it
We've
is.
had enough.
Yeah, and I don't want to talk about Vince McMahon anymore.
Well, let's talk about Forbidden Door. We got a big pay-per-view coming up, and there's 2 big ones, but the next one is Forbidden Door, and it's probably been changed radically.
No, Jack, we can't talk about Forbidden Door right now because we got to talk about old school trivia. And old school trivia is brought to you by Alternate Universe LLC in Milford and New Haven, where tomorrow, Wednesday, is New Comic Book Day. Make sure you stop in, see Eric and the guys. Get a pull, okay? Get a folder. Get a sub, okay? He carries all the new stuff. Image, Boom, Marvel, DC, you name it, Independence. He's got them all, okay? Both locations. Go there. Get your back issues. He's got wall books all over the place. Just go there. Tell Eric that the Angry Geeks Network sent you. Both Angry Geek Show, Faces and Heels, the new shows coming up on the network. Go there. See him. Tell him that Lewis sent you. Jack sent you. Jamie, Emily. Tell him we all sent you. Go there. Get a pull. If you can't make it to Hartford, to New Haven or Milford, contact him on through Instagram. Contact him through Facebook. Send him a DM, set your stuff up. I'm sure he will mail them flat to you. Contact Eric today because he brings you old school trivia. Jack, are you ready?
Well, you know, breaking my train
It's
of
an easy
thought,
one
but
tonight,
sure.
Jack. It is an easy one today. Eric, my good friend, Eric Hunting, not Eric Yako. Are you ready? J. Claus, are you ready? Michael, are you ready? This is an easy one. I swear. We had no guests tonight. I'm going to take it nice and easy. So, are you ready?
Yes,
And here
Triple
we
H.
go. Ready. And Emily is in the house. Oh, look at you.
Hi, Emily.
Emily. Okay, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Who has held the WWE Intercontinental Championship the most times? Who has held the WWE Intercontinental Championship the most times? No multiple choice tonight.
Interesting question. Geez.
Because it seems whenever, no Googling, Oh, Backyard Games comes up and says Ultimate Warrior. Eric Hunting says Jericho.
That's I don't think it's Jericho. Oh boy, Lewis. Jeez. Okay, so can you give us a decade?
All of them. No, I can't give you a decade.
All of them. I mean, I want to say
Emily
Ric Flair, but I know it's
wait.
not
M,
him
M
either.
comes in. M comes as, when in doubt, just say Lewis or Macho Man.
Yeah, Macho Man had too long a reign to have multiple reigns. That would be
Yes.
the most.
Michael says, break the walls down.
Dun, dun, dun.
And
Emily,
Emily,
haha,
I love you,
haha.
kid. She's
Wow, man, I'm sorry to tell you that I don't know the answer. I could give you a guess, but I just don't know the answer. God, this is terrible.
Hey, Jay
Geez.
Claus says Jericho as well.
I want to say John Cena, but did he even have the Intercontinental title? He's had so many world title reigns. I feel like he had the Intercontinental title. Did I make that up?
Give me a question. The time is running out. And Backyard Games comes in. It says the Iron Sheik. You already guessed the Ultimate Warrior.
Yeah, the Ultimate Warrior definitely was the Intercontinental Champion. That's for sure. Oh my God. Oh man, Lewis, sorry. Give me another second to think here. I'm stalling because I can't come up with anything. I don't know who had it the most times. Like I know it wasn't R-Truth. That was the wrong belt. Oh man. I'll make him feel good because he wants to get back into the world of wrestling so badly. Ryback.
And you are wrong. The answer is, and I'm going to say this, and thank you for Michael, Jay, and Eric. It is Chris Jericho. Chris
Wow.
Jericho held the IC title multiple times. He is the person who held it the most.
I only remember twice. How many times did he have it?
No, he held it the most times.
How many?
I think it was 8 or 9.
What? 8 or 9 times? I don't remember that.
Yeah. Yep. Plus he shared it. Yeah.
Oh, in China?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man. Break the
Let's
walls
see.
down.
It was 9 times. See, told you 9 times.
Wow.
9 times.
Jeez. Okay, Chris Jericho, you guys are better at this than I am. I did not think he
9
had it that many
times. You
times.
call yourself an expert. My God.
Dude, I don't deal with the
And
minutia.
Michael comes in 9 times, I think. Yes, it was Chris Jericho. We're going to have to start giving prizes out. Maybe Jack will do a free commission for everyone who gets a prize right. But
For
what we're
everyone
gonna
that gets it right.
No.
Got work to do,
Well,
man.
I know. But we're going to have to do it where I know people aren't Googling.
How are you going to do that?
I don't know. I don't know.
You
I
better
don't
work on
know.
that concept. But listen,
Yeah,
let's talk about Forbidden Door because I think the card
Yes, let's
changed
talk about Forbidden
radically.
Door.
We've got mega matches, and there's a rumored match featuring a wrestler who neither of us like, and I don't care about, but I'm kind of interested in this rumored match. First of all, Sasha Banks was supposed to debut for AEW in Forbidden Door, but things happened, and Willow ended up taking the belt. So
Thank
that
God.
match,
I'm very glad
totally
about Willow.
all about it. So I imagine Willow Nightingale will be announced in some sort of a match in the place of the Sasha match. But we've got Okada versus Bryan Danielson.
Ricotta. I like that. And my lasagna.
Okada. Yeah, you don't like your Japanese wrestling apparently. So those two are wrestling, and sorry, Chris Jericho, and I got Chris Jericho on my mind. Kenny Omega versus Will Ospreay.
Willie the Yanka. That's subliminal messaging for Jack. I think. You think Kenny will drop the belt to Ospreay?
Does he have a
Because
belt?
Kenny still has that belt, and that's a title match.
What belt does he have?
That's for a title. I
What's
thought
that?
that's for one of Kenny's titles that he doesn't bring out on AEW.
Oh, maybe I lost track. The guy, he's sweeping all over the place. Maybe he has a belt I'm sleeping on. I don't know. But let me tell you the rumored match that I think, again, both of us are moan and groan at the beginning of it. But when
Well, CM Punk just, I mean, why did they bring him back? He's so toxic.
Hold on. I'm telling you, listen, this is it. This is the one you want to see. CM Punk versus Kenta in a battle of the go to sleep. Imagine that, how hard Kenta would knee him in the face.
I hope so, and I hope Kenta just maybe if it's the battle of the go to sleep, maybe they are definitely going old school, and they put a bounty, because I mean they used to do this in the 70s. They no think about this. Think about this. They used to do this in the 70s and 80s, especially in the territory wars. They used to put a bounty out on people they didn't like. And even the Taker had even said this, that at WrestleMania 14, if Shawn didn't do the honors for Austin and changed what he was supposed to do, he was going to beat the crap out of Shawn. Because he was taping up his fist, because everyone was saying Shawn wasn't going to lay down. So he was going to take him out. And even people were talking about with the Warrior, where Hogan, they said that Hogan was like, just take him in the back and break his legs. Maybe that's what they're going to do to Punk finally. And, this is just a bounty. I mean, because we know how stiff that dude is. Oh, my God.
Well, I was reading recently, too, that AEW is not particularly happy with ticket sales for Collision, because their expectation was that once they announced that CM Punk was kind of the poster boy for that show, ticket sales were going to skyrocket, right? And they did in the Chicago debut, because it's Chicago. But I read that they've only sold 700 tickets to one of the Collision tapings. I think it's in Toronto. And, Canada, Toronto, Montreal are big wrestling towns. So they're a little worried about CM Punk's drawing power at the moment. Jay Claus said, should be a 3-way match. Sammy Guevara uses the GTS2. I'm a huge fan of Sammy. Totally. Good call, Jay.
Oh, Sammy is incredible. I love Sammy. I think people are tired of CM Punk.
Yeah, and Bill says Punk in Chicago is Punk in Chicago. It'll sell out. That's a no-brainer. We know that.
Yeah,
but Punk is supposedly appealing to the wrestling audience, and when you can't sell 1,000 tickets to a brand new show taping, that's worrisome.
Yeah, they give him his own show. The guy cries like a baby, causes all kinds of drama, and they give him his own show.
Eric Hunting said it before, I'll say it again, CM Punk, meh.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The dude is just an idiot. Okay, plain and simple. He looks like a Melvin.
Melvin? What?
Yeah, he does. I mean, he looks like his real name should be Melvin.
It's Phil.
I know, yeah, but he doesn't even look like a Phil. He looked like a Melvin.
Well, you can go tell him that.
I will. I will. I'll tell him to his face he looked like a Melvin. Right? He looked like the kid that he did get beat up a lot in school. And that's why he went through all this training. And because he looked like a Melvin. Wow. I don't know. I said this. Now I'm going to take Eric's words out of his mouth. I said this before. I'll say it again. CM Punk is just, he's a fungus. He is a cancer. He is just, he's bad for the locker room. He just, no, he need to go away too, because it's just, he believes his own press, you know. And Michael says,
never a huge Punk fan. Eric says, get in the octagon with him. You can't lose. Oh man. Well, we got a couple of haters here.
I am not the only one that that thinks that way, and Jay Kloss comes in.
Jay says, when you got a Pepsi logo tat, you are a Melvin.
Exactly. Doesn't he look like a Melvin? I mean, his real name isn't Phil. I bet you it's Melvin, and they did just call him Phil. I'm telling you, it's he does. He looked like a Melvin,
Okay.
and
Okay.
he for now on, everybody who goes to an AEW show just bring a sign and says Melvin. I want everyone to hold up Melvin, and then Bill says.
Bill says, alone on an island, Punk is the best in the world. I might have agreed with you a decade ago, Bill, but I'm that ship sailed for me. But, not to say he's not a super talented wrestler. I just think his pain in the ass attitude pervasive or is
Well,
pervasive in all corners of his presentation at this point.
Well, it's just okay. Look at it this way. Oh, cousin Debbie. Hey, cuz, how are you? Look at it this way. He he tried to go to comic books and write comic books, and that didn't work out too good. He tried to go into the octagon. We all know how that worked out. So he comes back to wrestling and once again causes drama. Everywhere he goes, he causes drama. Michael says, I'm going to read this one. He goes, he's talented in the ring, but his persona is awful. I think it's his attitude. It's his I'm better than you attitude. He does think he's Roddy Piper. He thinks he's Macho Man. He thinks that he is on the caliber of the legends that we all love. He in his mind, he thinks that he is on the tier of Savage, Flair, Rhodes, Race, Hogan, dare say. He thinks he's there. He
Yeah.
thinks he is a god. But no, you're not. You're just a Melvin. Plain and simple. I mean, Harvey Whippleman is better than you, dude, and he's a skinny manager. I mean, come on. He has a better he can get over more in the crowd. I don't know. It's
All
give me
right.
a diaper
You're
rash.
you're a little activated here, Lewis.
I am. My watch is gonna go off and it's gonna tell me my heart rate is messed up. My doctor's gonna call me.
Well, I got something that's going to calm you down. Okay.
What's that?
Because another pay per view, I got to say,
It
like,
better not be pictures of Mandy Rose because if my heart rate gonna be bumping up again.
no. Another pay per view that I'm excited about, but they still have not settled and given us the pay per views on the Ring of Honor streaming. But the Ring of Honor pay per view, Death Before Dishonor, it's going to be on Friday, July 21st. Looks to be stacked. I love all the Ring of Honor that they've done.
Wait. I gotta pull up.
Uh-oh.
I gotta pull up two comments. Hold on. First, Backyard Games.
I don't know who he is, but I don't like him. Okay.
Okay.
He might be talking about you. Michael says
no.
he's drunk on his own Kool-Aid, but it's the knockoff brand. Wow, not the Pepsi brand.
Oh! Both Backyard Games and Michael, thank you very much for making me laugh. That was hilarious. Oh, Jesus. That was great. And Jay Claus comes in. Wow, they're not letting this go. Go ahead.
AEW and WWE should stop having post press conferences. Totally agree with you, Jay. Not sure what purpose they're serving. They are paid to perform, not talk. Well, sometimes, except they're doing promos. Every post presser in AEW shows them covered in blood, which is probably why Khan does it for ratings. Yeah, MJF could not squeeze any more profanity if he tried.
I know. I see. WWE's press conferences are classy. Okay, they are. You have to admit it. They're very classy. They're very like yes. They are very down to earth and classy. Even Roman's. Roman is like, acknowledge me, this, that. Yes, but they're classy. AEW's is. I like AEW's body of work. I love what all their talent does in the ring. But their press conferences are very trailer parkish. I'm not saying this against anybody who lives in a trailer park. It's just a term. It's a figure of speech. If you watch their press conferences, you'll understand what I'm getting at. Okay, it's just a figure of speech. Okay, I don't mean anything by it, but it's just very high schoolish. Okay, it's very back alley-ish. It's like, oh, well, you want to roll around in Moxley's blood? I don't care if I come out last. Yeah, it's very truck stop-ish. It's very bar roomish. Okay, and there's yes, that there. Okay, it's no, there's no. They're just doing that to try and get a pop, and that's where Tony Khan don't need to do that.
And
It ain't
Tony
for
looks like
ratings.
totally mortified the entire time.
Yeah, I know. So I mean, dude, if you're gonna have press conferences, put your guys on the leash.
Right.
Okay? And notice he never has any of the women out there. WWE does, but Tony doesn't. Was he afraid that some of the women to start whipping him out, like Whip It Out Wednesday or something like that? Maybe.
Yellow.
Yeah. Whoa, who said that? Anyway, yeah, that's what it is. Anyway, Jack, we got 4 minutes left on this live broadcast. And MJF eating pickles is definitely trailer park. There you go. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
And let's not forget CM Punk eating pastry. What the hell is that?
Nah,
I bet you it
I
was a
don't-
strudel.
Oh, hey now. All right, so we have 3 minutes left, and we want to make sure we tell you we got a couple guests coming up. Usually in July and August, we take a little hiatus because most of you guys are out enjoying the sun and the summer, so we take some time off. But we're gonna end May with a couple of really great guests. We have Mother Endless.
Wait a minute. No. May is gone.
Oh, sorry,
We're in
June. Oh, you're right. We're in June. We're gonna end June. Sorry, Lewis. With two big guests. We got Mother Endless coming up on
I
June.
know her personal friend. Wait,
June
I'm not just saying this. Mother Endless
Yeah,
is
really
a close personal friend of mine. She is, and Jack will tell you this. She is a friend of mine. Can't wait to have her on. It's yes, Backyard Games jumps in. Mother Endless. Yes, she is a close friend of mine.
Which, of
Would
course, he
not
doesn't
give
tell me
Jack-
until after I've met her, and he's calling
I
her by
know.
her
She
real
would
name.
not give Jack the time of day. And then she comes over to me, gives me a big hug. We start talking. I'm like, oh, yeah, he's one of my business partners. Oh, hi.
She knew who I was. Get out of here. She
Keep
knows my
going.
DC Marvel work. Get out of here. I drew her. She doesn't know
No,
me.
I cannot wait to have Mother on. She is a complete badass. And yeah, I just hope I don't slip during.
Yeah, that
I
would never happen.
got to
Lewis.
keep it total kayfabe that night. So I do, because I'm gonna slip. Because the last time we saw her, we slipped a couple times, both of us. So I gotta make sure. But I can't wait for that show. It's gonna be awesome.
Sophia, we followed you on TikTok, so if you want to follow us back, just saying.
Sophia, I'll see you at Contropolis, Massachusetts, where Friday night, Angry Geek. Oh, I can't say anything yet. Shh, quiet.
Okay. So Mother Endless on the 20th of June, Lewis. And then a special Wednesday night edition of the Faces and Heels podcast on June 28th with Bobby Buffet. Great dude.
We ain't feeding him, are we?
Eat. We'll just do that chant. We don't have to actually.
All right, because he could eat like a bastard. I'm not paying for that bill.
Okay. Well, luckily we'll be in a separate studio, so I think we're good. But Bobby Buffet on the 28th. We have one more guest we're trying to round up before the end of the season, but I can't say anything quite yet because we're trying to figure out a date. But
and you know what? We
really
might
good.
have a crossover during this time.
We were talking about that. That sounds really fun. An interesting combination of personalities, I think.
Mm-hmm. We might have a crossover.
But having said that, let's look for more news about the crossover. You can find me at Jack Purcell Inc. INK. You can also go to Backyard Games 1 on Instagram and check out my new project. Here's a fancy little hat and some of my artwork on it if you'd like to check it out. There's all kinds of cool merch coming out. But Backyard Games is putting out Fugitive on the Run. It's going to be a Kickstarter, I believe, in September. So that's coming up. It's going to be fun. A lot of cool artwork. You get some previews of some of this stuff on Instagram. So make sure you're following them. And of course, make sure you're following Jack Purcell Inc. INK, Facebook, and Instagram. Faces and Heels Podcast on Facebook, Faces and Heels on Instagram. Please follow us. Different content on both. We're going to be at Blood, Sweat, and Tears live on July 1st, and we're going to be live at the Blitzkrieg Pro Luau with we've got a bunch of people on that card, including Anthony Henry getting a title match against Andy Brown. But we've also got Lindsay Dorado, who's going to be there, Billy Starks, a lot of big stars. And at the end of July, we're going to see the new Pro Wrestling Grind Grand Champion crowned and new trading cards. So there's a whole bunch of information, and we'll tell you more about that next week. But before we go, Lewis.
You know what? You guys know where you can find me. Go over to the angrygeekshow.com. That's where the network is. You can find me there. You can go to Pod TV on your Roku device, on your Amazon device. Get the Pod TV app. You can find me on your local public access stations. If we're not on there, just contact them. Tell them you want the Angry Geek Show, where you can find me, that Wonder Woman, Jamie Dolan, who is the host with the most. And then you can find the cool one, Emily May Parting, a.k.a. Quinderella, and streaming live every Monday night.
You have been watching The Angry Geek Show on Pod TV. Visit our website today. And for guest bookings, email us at theangrygeekshow@gmail.com today.